Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a fifth grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.
Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.
Hola a todos, sean bienvenidos a la fecha 8 del Manske Porsche Cup presentado por GT Champions. El día de hoy estamos desde Interlagos en Brasil. Día soleado, caluroso, así que den like, suscríbanse, disfruten la carrera y platiquen con nosotros en el chat. Bienvenidos.
Welcome everybody to round 8 of the Luke Manske Porsche Cup here at GT Champions. We are at Interlagos in Brazil. I almost wanted to yell that like a soccer goal, but I held off. I figured I didn't want to wake up the whole house. But it is Interlagos, people. And this is a great track. I love this track, and it is time for the drivers. 2 rounds left. The drop rounds have all been done and calculated, and we shall see where they stand. There's no more drop rounds available, so these drivers, they have this track and 1 more to go in order to get the job done and seal their championship. So I'm really excited to see how they pull it off here at Interlagos. It's a fun track. It's got about 15 numbered corners, but really a couple of them are just bends in the road, turns 13 and 14 heading up the hill. But still, a lot of fun. Turn 1's going to be a monster during this race. It's always a difficult corner to get through, especially if 2 people are side by side. So we got to watch out for that. Keep the drivers honest through there. Turn 4 is going to be another great overtaking zone at the end of the long stretch coming out of pit lane, coming out of turn 3. It's a great spot. And then, of course, up the hill out of turn 12 all the way up to the start-finish line. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Lap record here just this last year, a 135.7. And we have 1 driver out on track that has done a 135.4 and another 135.5. So we've got 2 drivers that have actually completed some of their qualifying laps in a faster time, which is pretty awesome. So guess they need to get a job driving for Porsche. Werner better look out or they're going to come take his job. Anyway, here's the car we're driving. It is the Porsche Cup 911 Cup version. I love this car, man. I keep driving it. The more I drive it, the more I love it. The only thing I can't figure out is the braking on this car. I'm just too heavy-footed. I guess that's a great excuse to lose some weight. Maybe my foot won't be so heavy when I'm trying to. It's probably not the case. But in any case, 565 horsepower this car has, which is just nuts. And you're going to see that some of these drivers, we saw it last week. Someone just a little bit on the gas coming out of a corner, a little too much, and that back end just came right around on them. Remember, this car has no traction control and no ABS, so it's a difficult car to drive, which might explain the lack of attendance this last round or two. I think some of the drivers figured out this thing is just a little bit too difficult to drive. So don't worry, folks. We got some stuff we're going to talk about that's coming up, and everyone's going to want to be in those. That's for sure. All right. So the track conditions today should be pretty humid. I think we're somewhere in the 90% humidity range. We'll get to that when we go over the track. Oh, there it is right there. Yeah, 81% humidity and 72 degrees outside. Whoo, that's going to be hot, dude. Those tires are going to be slippery. I hope these guys can sort that out through the race. We may see drivers actually take tires this round. A couple of long straights. I don't think it's enough to run the fuel out, but I think we'll definitely see them pick up some tires. So that's me, Chris. I'll be doing your play-by-play and doing race direction here. Pix is here with us. Good morning, Pix.
Hello, Chris. Hello, everyone.
Everybody else is gone today. Everyone just played hooky on us, so it's just the two of us today. Well, Eton's never here. He's never here. He's only here in spirit and out there, pushing the GT champions out to the world as best as he can. So appreciate that. I'm a little jealous of Till because he's getting to do this cool like fencing project or something with his dad, and I love doing projects with my dad. They're so much fun to do, and because I learn a lot from him, and so gone are those days when he's 88. I think he's 88 years old. He's 89 this year, I think. He doesn't do that stuff anymore. And of course, Fry, he is off handling a few things. So it's just me and Pix here for you while the drivers are out getting their qualifying done. I think there's only a couple of drivers left that need to finish their qualifying. Here's our current standings in the AM class. Jamie Fleming has got this thing all but locked up. He's here today. Ratchison is not here today. So as long as Jamie finishes this race and gets some points, I think he locks the championship in at the end of this race. Yeah, I can't see any other way that happens. Now, there's other drivers that could show up. We'll see what they do. In the Pro-Am, though, this is a whole different story. David Griffin and Andre Duna, they're both here today. It's anything can happen, right? So never give up, never surrender. That's the attitude these guys have. And then in the pro class, John Schwartz is leading Austin Cobb, who will not be here today. So after this round, we should be able to firmly declare that that John Schwartz will be our pro champion. We just make sure he finishes the race, and then he'll have enough points to have it. All right, Origin Micro, our global sponsor here at GT Champions. Go make sure you check them out. Make sure you go check them out. Ugh. See, I don't even know how people that don't speak English as a native language figure this crap out. I can't even do it. Yeah, go check out Origin Micro. Tell them GT Champion sent you. This is just a small sampling of the products that they sell. In fact, one of the products that I buy for them all of the time is not even listed on there. So there is a great opportunity to build out your IT infrastructure and networking stuff when you need it. So head on out there and tell them GT Champion sent you. All right, I think we're about to get the grid order, and I'm going to let our good old boy Pix here. He'll share that with you while I go and do a quick little driver meeting with them. It will be very quick since there's very little to tell them about this track. So Pix, I'll let you have the con, and I'll be back.
Thank you, Chris. And also, don't forget PC Systems. All your needs for call center stuff, they are your guys. We'll have much more for you to learn about PC Systems, but for now, we just want to thank them for their support, and thanks to Richard, thanks to Bill, and check them out. Anything that you need for call centers, they are your guys.
Jonathan Schwartz, all he has to do is finish this race today, and he locks in the championship. Jamie Fleming, same thing there in the AM class. But you Pro-Am guys, there's way too much happening there. So
Here you go. Andre Duna, Pro-Am driver, has the pole position, followed by Jonathan Schwartz, Jordan Navarro. Look at that. P3 for the start for Jordan Navarro. Trina Korn, P4, followed by Anthony Lammer, Patrick Rich, Rafael Rodriguez, Jamie Fleming. Oh, there's a name here that we are not seeing. What happened there? Jamie Fleming, Stephen Williscroft, David Griffin back in 10th to start the race. This is going to be interesting because we're going to see a lot of overtakes from him, most likely. Michael Piccinini and Nick De La Rosa too. So big shout out to all the drivers that showed up today. We have one more round to go in this series, so hopefully some of you drivers will show up for that one, have some fun, close out the season in a fun fashion. So thank you to all the drivers that have been consistently showing up.
Absolutely. In fact, I gave them all a big thank you as well. Hey, Pix, really quick, how do I shut that camera edit off on my screen? The one where you adjust the mic DB and the camera angles and everything? Okay. Not yet, hold on. There we go. I couldn't get the thing off the screen. Sorry.
Perfect.
All right, they're winding through the last few corners. Then they're going to head up the road, and then we'll be able to see them get it all done. It's going to be a lot of fun this race. Just trying to shut off my driver radio. It was blasting in my ears. I couldn't get to that screen. Anyway, yeah. So we should have the Pro and the Am locked up today, and but the Pro-Am, that one's gonna be tight. That one's gonna be fun. We got to keep a good eye on that. Jordan Navarro, who's starting on 3rd position today, running a commemorative livery for our friend Lee Murray, who was our social media guy for a while and our mental health liaison, who passed away a week ago Thursday. So we'll be running that for him, and now we're going to see if he can keep that up there. This is going to be some good points. Pace car is out. Andre Duna is going to lead Jonathan Schwartz up to the line. And there we go. We've got, well, red lights, but they're green lights for the drivers. Down into turn 1 we go. They are very, very close to each other. And the helicopter not getting a great angle, but there Andre Duna is going to pull in on the first corner. He's going to get that spot. And Jonathan Schwartz just going to fall in behind. Ooh, a little bit of a challenge there from for Jordan. And that was Trinicorn, who was trying to get the spot there, not quite having it. Raphael now side by side with Patrick Rich. Is that Patrick Rich with the yellow trim? I think that is number 45. So side by side. Oh no! Oh, good save. How? Well, we'll go back and watch that in a minute. I want to see how he saved that. So there is Jordan Navarro running 3rd. Everyone's straightened out now, single file all the way through the order, and that is how it's going to be for the next hour, folks. This is going to be how they finish exactly. I'm kidding. That's not how it's going to be.
Oh, I can promise you, this is not how they're going to finish.
Yeah.
This is going to be a really good battle between Andre and Jonathan.
Yeah, I think so. And look, Jordan's keeping himself right up there with them.
Also, keep an eye on David Griffin. He started P10, but that's not the place where he should have been starting. I'm sure something happened to him in qualifying.
Yeah, he must have got an off track or something during qualifying. But we'll see if he can make his way back up there. Oh, these cars are so much fun. Andre's trying to get way over to the outside, and Jordan is trying to follow him in suit to see if he can pull a spot in there, but nope, he doesn't get it done. Oh, I have a feeling that these guys, and there's Anthony. Anthony is back in P4 right there behind Jordan. Yeah, he's gonna put some pressure on him too. Oh, I love this corner. Turn one. Oh, not turn 1, turn 4. What am I talking about? That was close, huh?
Look at Jordan.
How did he get that spot? Was that under the braking? Pardon me. I think it was under braking. You know what it is? Is Lee is helping him. He's riding alongside as a passenger. And he's telling him, I got a little extra oomph for you here.
Yes, sir.
Now, Jonathan doesn't have to win this race to win the championship. So he may just be like, I just want to finish the race. I'll finish great. I'm still going to be competitive, but he may not try to push the issue, especially when he knows that Jordan and Andre are fighting for a championship, right?
That's just not how Jonathan's mind works. I know him from Team High Prix. He was Team High Prix for a while, and he's still in our Discord and races and chats with us and everything. And I know he doesn't think like that. His mind is going to say, no, I want to win this.
There you go. Well, Jordan Navarro is currently running second in the championship. Third. David Griffin is running second, and Andre Duna is running first. So on the track right... Oh, no! Patrick! Wait. That's Anthony. Why did I think it was Patrick? I don't know why. Oh, because somebody popped up on the radio and the name was in the middle of the screen. It's like, what happened? Well, that right there is good news for the guys battling in the pro class. Anthony's actually running second in the pro class by 1 point over TJ, who's not here today. And like I mentioned earlier, all of the two different people went off the track. It looked like somebody broke late in turn 1. Was it Jordan? Ooh. Oh, that's why he was trying not to hit it. Oof. Did you see that little blurp in the bumper? That's awesome. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He broke. So I saw somebody break late. Oh, yeah, that's what locked it up. Get on that on-ramp. Get on the on-ramp. There we go. Stay out of the way. Good job. Good job. He left a bunch of grass and dirt on the track, but Andre Duna still up in front. Jonathan Schwartz said goodbye, Jordan. So that's okay. There's a reason that Jonathan is a pro driver and Jordan's a pro-am driver. Jordan's just still learning this stuff. He's pretty new to iRacing. He's only been doing it for 2 seasons. Like this season, the Sim Race City F4 Cup, and I think he was in the IGTS, I think. Yeah, he was. So he's still getting it sorted out. This is actually his first series in GT Champions where he's driving a GT3 style car.
Yeah. So. He did the Series City F4 Cup.
Yep. And he did the IGTS. He was remember the RWB team that came in and they were riding in the Pro-Am class. Speaking of events, oh, here we go. Raphael. Man, he has been really having a good end of his season, hasn't he? His whole driving style and his whole experience in the sim has completely changed from the last couple of seasons we've seen him driving. If I had an award for the most improved driver, I'd got to say it would be him.
Yeah, I'd agree for sure.
So Pix and I have got some series events sitting in our, as they say, they're in the can, ready to go, kind of like a movie that's all done, right? And I'm going to go ahead and announce, I don't have a graphic to share with you yet because we are getting the schedule stuff figured out. Just a few little tweaks. But folks, the GT3 Open is coming back and we will be starting that one very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. I'm hoping we can have all of the details and a place for you to go and start registering. I'm not going to say when. I would like to say in a week, but I'm going to ask for 2. from you folks to be patient with us.
For what?
We always
for,
like to
for what?
to open up a registration for it.
Oh
so
yeah,
that
next
people
week.
can start
Next week for
preparing.
sure. Yeah.
So we always like to make sure that we prepare everything. I have a couple of guys that I rely on that for discretion that I present the information to and have them look over my rule book, make sure I didn't miss anything. Me and Pix go over it like with a fine-tooth comb, trying to find anything where we messed up something. So we like to make sure we like to make sure it's right the first time, don't we, Pix? So,
Yep.
oh, Andre almost loses. So did John. He followed him right off the track. Oh my gosh, that was close. Very, very close. Both of them getting that right rear wheel in the grass. It's weird how the traction doesn't really work so well on grass. You would think, slick tires, more grip. Anyway, so stick around, folks. We're going to be letting you know about the GT3 Open. The GT3 Open, we'll talk later about how many classes that we'll have and what the breakdown will be for that. But there will definitely be at least a Pro and a Pro-Am class for that event. And the GT3 Open is exactly what it sounds like. It's open setups, open field, just like this series. You can run whatever you want. But there are a list of cars that you'll be able to use. And wow, these guys are all really close together still. I like it. Oh, and the last part is you get to pick whatever car you want. Oh, Michael Piccanini got a little off track there. Pick whatever car you want, but you only get to change the car once during the season. So they got to figure out the right way to get that done. Pick the right car. Well, look at Nick De La Rosa still running his Lee Murray Spider Team livery as well. I really miss that guy. I used to talk to him every week, and it's going to be weird not hearing his voice. I can still hear it in my head, but it was so much fun to talk to him. The nicest guy. He wasn't the fastest driver though, but you know what he was? Lee was the John, no, not John. What's the guy's name in the Ferrari at the Envy races all the time?
Joe Crunk?
Yes, Joseph Kronk, right? Lee was the Joseph Kronk of Gran Turismo. Like, he never gave up. He always raced it through. And he's so good. He lived for the community of racing. Everybody knew him. Everybody loved him. He raced across the pond in some CC sim racing that does a big series over there in that time zone and in Gran Turismo. And he raced in that all the time. He loved it. It was pretty awesome. Michael Piccanini running 10th on the track right now. Just got a couple cars back there behind him someplace. And there's Jordan. Jordan and Nick De La Rosa and a few of the other guys that are around here. They knew who he was as well. Everybody kind of did that was in there. In fact, most of the people that are listening to us right now, you didn't realize that you knew who he was, but for almost a year and a half, he was doing all our social media posts and everything. And as a team, me, Pix, and him together are the ones that got us to 1,000 subscribers and monetized. So, I like this little battle. This is fun. Andre Duna will be a pro driver in the next series. We've talked about that before, and I've talked with him about that. I think that would be a good move. I mean, look at this guy. He's leading the pro champion around the track. I guess those VPS guys have a pretty good training schedule or something. I'm excited for things to come. We're still working with, oh, look at this. Oh, little tap. David Griffin's trying to, oh, you can see him. He's probably hit the mic right there. Sorry. He's got to hurry it up. He's got to get to the front of that Pro-Am class if he can, or at least in front of Jordan. Although Jordan is 64 points behind. So if Jordan can finish where he's finishing against David Griffin, it's quite possible that it's going to come down to that last race for that second spot. Wouldn't that be something? I'd love seeing those battles last all the way to the end. Whew. Let's see, who do we have that's here from the pro class today? I know that Jonathan Schwartz is here, and I think Anthony Lammer is the only other pro, right? Okay. Well, that makes sense. So we'll see how I can't wait to see just kind of how this all comes together for the drivers. It should be fun. Look at that. Andre's doing a great job of keeping him back there. That's a testament to his fortitude when he comes to race in the pro class. I really want to share what we talked about before the broadcast about the rating thing. Not a lot, just a tiny bit. What do you think? Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm with you. Okay. All right. So for those of you that are listening, and I'm assuming that some of you are the drivers and some of you are folks that are out there just hanging out with us, I have spent intimate amounts of time with my AI friends, but we have developed our own driver rating system that we will be beta testing in the GT3 Open. Short thing, your incident points and how you perform on the track relative to drivers in and out of your class will affect your rating in GT Champions events. Essentially, it's kind of like what what iRacing is doing with the iRating and safety rating in the official classes. But for us, it will be a rating that is for you and only in our events. So that way drivers will have to drive a little bit more cleanly. They don't want to take advantage of so many off tracks because that could affect their standings. So we'll be beta testing some of that in the next season, the GT3 Open. So just a little fun stuff, people. We needed to find a way to offer some cleaner racing. Isn't the word I'm looking for, but maybe it is. Drivers being more mindful of how they're performing on the track. That might be the right way to say it. So yeah, that'll be fun. That'll keep people from promoting to classes above or getting demoted to classes below by how they perform on the track. Should be interesting.
Yeah, and you've been we've been like sort of alpha testing during this season behind the the cameras. None of this is shared yet, but we are seeing how it works, what you need to refine, what you need to improve, to modify. And during the GT3 Open, it's going to be a beta testing. So for drivers that may be interested in joining the GT3 Open, they're going to get a small test of how the GTC driver ratings is going to work. So I think it's going to be really cool because drivers are going to be able to look at more data and to have a fair assessment of where their position, their pace, their how clean they are. Assistance to races is going to have a little bit of impact, which is interesting because if you register to a series and show up to every race, that's going to have an impact on your rating. If you register to a series and you stop showing up on the third round, that's going to have a little impact on your rating. And what's interesting is that, of course, assistance is not going to be as big a modifier on your rating as your pace, as your how clean you are, etc. But it's also going to impact as well. So I think it's cool.
Yeah, and the I think part of the fun, if that's even a way to put it, is these when we're doing the beta testing. I haven't decided yet. Me and Pixel still talk about that. It will be how will we be sharing those details for the drivers to look at. All of the information will be available on our website. That's where we'll be presenting the updates. So as we're doing the beta test, drivers will be able to see how their GTC driver rating and GTC safety rating are affected after each race during the beta test. And it'll be on the website where anybody can kind of take a look at it and see how it's working and offer some opinions. Like that, we're going to allow our entire community to help us in beta testing this project, mostly because the drivers have such a great feel for how things are. And my philosophy has always been, and Pix is the same way, is rely on the most amount of information you can get your hands on, right? That's pretty much what it comes down to. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Now I'm going to tell you this, the alpha testing that we did during this Porsche Cup and the amount of incidents. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he keeps trying. Andre just keeps getting that inside defended so well. I love that. Some of the drivers would have gone from a pro class to a rookie class with the amount of incident points that they got during the series, right? So I think there's a lot of people that are taking advantage of the fact that, well, I can go ahead and use 16 of my off tracks during the race and cheat my way through as best I can. With this new program, that won't be the case. If they get a certain number of incident points, it's gonna heavily weigh against their rating and their safety ratings. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they change their driving styles once that happens.
Yeah, and
Fun.
That change should be towards improving. So that's the whole deal of this, to help drivers improve, to help us have cleaner races and to have more competitive and, how do you say, more equal fields, so that pros are a closer level amongst themselves, and pro-ams or AMs, no matter how we call it, but they are at a same level. For example, right now, iRacing license put Andre Duna as a pro-am, while he's clearly on the same pace as our pros. So that GTC driver rating is meant exactly for that, to help us categorize Andre Duna with the same kind of drivers in the pace that he shows.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the way that the system is set up, so it's very flexible for us to make alterations. But the way that it's starting out, without trying to go into technical detail, mostly because I don't want to tell anybody how I did it, but if a new driver arrives to GT Champions to participate in an event, and we've not seen them drive before, we're going to be using their existing I rating and safety rating from iRacing, and they will go up or down from that spot. And that's how it's going to be for all of the drivers. It's going to be based off your safety rating and I rating in the sim the first time you show up. Then we will, for instance, like with Andre, we will change his, because his I rating online is not where our pro level is. And so there's adjustments we can make so that he starts out in that class, and then he just goes up or down from there. So it's gonna be a lot of fun to mess around with it during the next season, which hopefully we'll be announcing this week for the GT3 Open. And we'll have a similar rating system for our open wheel events as well. So, wow, Jonathan's this is try number 5 to get around the outside of Andre. Andre's doing a really great job, huh? Look at him go. That's our Pro-Am leader leading the pro leader here at Interlagos. Jonathan is trying to get him looking in his mirrors. Do you see him keep sticking his nose out there? Or he's just trying to get a hold of the track, figure out where he is. One of those two things. Did Andre had the pole in Pro-Am, right? Or okay.
Overall, yeah.
Overall, yeah, he had the overall pole. Okay. So far, I don't see anybody with 0 incident points on the track. Interesting. Well, if I look at how the race is finishing right now, with Andre finishing where he is, David Griffin and Jordan Navarro and those guys, Andre is going to be about 40-something points ahead. So not enough to clinch it, because if he doesn't make the next race and David does, and David wins, he would probably be able to beat him. But that depends. David Griffin still has to make his way up the field. He's running 6th right now in class. So he's got to get himself, well, it says 8th. Oh, no. Wow. Good save. I wonder if Jordan's going to feel those flat spots. I heard that this last update, when they made some physics changes, that you can feel that in your wheel now. And there was a guy that did a video just this week I saw, where he was driving, and he was like, "Oh, I can feel the flat spot in the tires," because it was vibrating his wheel.
I'll be honest. I thought that was coming in the future, but not yet. I'll
Yeah,
do some
I'm curious.
research. Yeah. Not again.
I'll tell you
No,
what.
come on.
Oh. Whoa. Okay. Well, I think Jordan is a little frustrated by that. Let me jump on. Hang on 1 second, folks.
Interesting, very interesting. Because now Trinacorn is there. This has worked on Trinacorn's advantage, and he's been closing that gap to those guys. And if they keep fighting, if they keep touching, it's going to be.
Yeah. I told him, I said, I'm not picking either one of you out, guys, but let's keep it clean.
Yeah.
We're watching.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of it was that Rafael, it looked like Rafael that was kind of a push to pass-ish moment, but that was just first glance, right? And I think Jordan was just trying to get back in there. I don't think Jordan was going to try to turn him. I know Jordan. He is not that kind of dude. Oh, and look what we missed. During all of that, we missed the lead change. You're going to go find that. I know you will, because... Whoa, Andre! Turbo boost! Oh, coming up the hill to the start-finish line. He just got a better run. Oh, wait. It's not over yet. Andre on the brakes. All the way around the outside. He tucks it in. Oh, no, that didn't look like it. Where did the overtake happen? Is this a different lap? There it is. On the brakes. Inside. He was just close enough to get on the inside. Oh, yeah, look at that. Andre's way outside. He's going to try to turn it underneath so he can get a better run through. But Jonathan just puts the car right where he needs it to be. There's a reason these guys are racing up front. They're freaking great at it.
And we saw the two very same action, but done in different ways.
Yeah.
Jonathan passing Andre, and Rafael touching Jordan Navarro in the exact same attempt for overtaking.
Yep. Jordan, almost had his bumper to the outside to keep that inside corner, but not quite. Hey, still got 20 or 32 minutes left, so there's enough time. I'm curious what the drivers' tire temps look like right now on this track. What's our track temperature picks right now? While he's looking for that, just 102. Yeah, that's getting pretty spicy. They're gonna have to be really careful. Now, the good news is there's a lot of straight areas or mild turns. It's just that sector 2, where all the twisty bits are. That's gonna put a lot of pressure on those cars. There's slower speed corners, which sort of helps, but yeah, I don't know how these tires are gonna last. I hate that we're looking at his dash right now on his in his dash, and it shows all zeros for everything. It's like, no, I want to see his tire temps. Come on. I guess I could jump in. Oh, no, I can't. I was gonna say I could jump in as a spotter, and then I'd be able to see, but we're not gonna do that. I'll lose all my timing and everything. So it looks like Jonathan is pulling away a little bit. He's gotten a 1 second gap now to Andre. So I think Jonathan just needed to be in front of him. Jonathan's last lap, a 1:36.3, and Andre's a 1:36.4. So got a little bit of time there. Picks, you know how bad I want to get. Ooh. Okay, Anthony. Hey, Anthony, no matter what happens, you've got second place in the race locked up. So there's only 2 of you racing. This is all about the pro-ams right now. Here we go. Leave some space. Oh, yeah. Rafael didn't quite leave space. We'll have to go back and look. It looked like it anyway. It looked like it was clean around the outside for Jordan. I think Jordan was already past him, right? I think Rafael's front nose got the side of Jordan's car. Hey, LukeManske.com. Thanks for your sponsorship in the series. There's our AM leader right there, Jamie Fleming. Oof, Anthony still got his. Here we go. Oh, that was the first contact. Wow, and what a save right there. Look at him save that spin. That was smart. Live to fight the next one. But where is the... Oh, I think he just went off on his own. Maybe we can see that from the back. I bet, oh my gosh, dude. I bet Jordan was freaking out at that moment. Oh my gosh. I bet he was like, don't hit me.
And now Trinacorn.
Yeah, Trinacorn's got to make
advantage.
Yep. Let's see, if the drivers were to finish the race in the order that they are now, where's David Griffin? He's still in 6th in his class, right? If we finish the way that it is on the track right now, Andre is going to be leading David Griffin by 332 to 289, right? So 41 points, 43 points rather. Jordan Navarro is only leading Rafael by 7 points for the 3rd spot. That's how close it is. So Jordan Navarro and Rodriguez, 3rd and 4th, you see there on the track. Those two are fighting for that 3rd place spot in the championship. There's nobody else close. The top four, Andre, David, Jordan, and Raphael, are all in the 200s point-wise. Michael Piccanini is running in 5th with 172. So Trinicorn, Patrick Richard, and Nick De La Rosa are all really close. They're all in the 150. So there's little battles happening all over the Pro-Am class, all over the place. And but Jordan and Raphael are really, really close because they're only separated by 7 points. So a race like this really matters, especially going into Spa next week. I can't believe it's almost over already. Holy crap. We've done this for 9 weeks now because we had an off weekend there. 9 weeks we've been running this series. It doesn't seem that long, does it?
No, actually, yeah.
Interesting. Look at these guys go. Nick De La Rosa trying to get some moves done here. That's Mr. David Griffin right in front of him and Patrick Rich in front of them. 3 teammates. Wait, Nick De La Rosa, is he Hypre?
He's been racing with Hypre for a few months, yeah.
Okay,
But
that's what I thought.
he told us he wanted to wear the Spider livery for the rest of the season.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Nick and Jordan both been racing around Lee for a long time. We're gonna talk about something else. All right, so it's still a little raw. It's weird. It's weird not weird. I think it's wonderful how we can, as a community, be able to develop friendships that can be significant in your life. Like me and you, Pix, you become one of my best friends, right?
And I
We
know
we
that, yeah.
we push each other's buttons now and again, but that's what friends do, right? And but developing relationships like that, it was unheard of until the internet. Like, I would never have met you ever. Unless
Yeah.
I ran into you when I was in Mexico City or something at a race and you happened to be out there, and so it's awesome that that there are opportunities for men and women to do a passion they love, like sim racing, get with a community of people that feel the same way, and get to know them and talk to them. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's really cool. And of course, we know it's not just a sim racing thing. We know that all the gaming communities go through something like
Oh
this.
yeah, of course.
But I gotta say that the sim racing community in particular seems to me, that's a very personal opinion, less toxic, way less toxic than others. And that includes meeting people, making friendships, growing connections, finding teammates, and of course, when something like Lee's event happens, it hits you. Of course, it hits you, and I understand how you and his teammates and must be feeling because of even if it's through the internet, you develop a friendship and a relationship, and well, that just hurts.
Yeah, it is true.
And
Well, let's see.
I know you've mentioned you're going to be doing something for Lee, an event, and
Yep.
we'll just I'm sure we'll announce that in due time. So stay tuned for that, folks.
Yep. In fact, I've been talking with Lee's sister, and she has said to me probably 4 different times now just how much he loved the racing community and how he loved working with GT champions and doing that type of stuff where he felt he wasn't a shut-in by any means, but he didn't get out much, just with some of his life things that he had to deal with. And the community was everything to him. And he loved being a part of GT Champions. He loved just helping and doing whatever. He didn't like doing the social media stuff, but he wanted to be a part of the community and do it, because he just wanted to be a part of something he thought was pretty fantastic. And I'm just so happy that he did, because they let me get to know him. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. So his sister is super excited and for that. Was that Raphael just trying to say I'm here?
Yeah. I'm sure Jordan has noticed a yellow blob in his mirror getting bigger, but
We'll see in their last laps. Last lap, Jordan was 0.2 faster than Raphael. So they've been near each other. They've been near each other for a minute. It's what. Like I said, I'm curious to see how these tires are going to hold up. That's the thing that I am mostly concerned about is, are these guys overdoing their tires? Is anybody going to pit in this race? There's 21 minutes left, right? So are they going to, I mean, the fuel is there. If you fill the car all the way up, it's 100 liters that you can use to get around the track for an hour. That's not going to be the problem. It's going to be the guys that underfuel to try to reduce some weight, and then realizing that they have to soft pedal the car a little bit to kind of save on that, to keep that fuel strategy together. Good save, Nick. Good save. Keep going. You can do it. So yeah, there's oh, you know what, Pix? I made a decision. I didn't ask you because I didn't think I needed to. I'm gonna retire the number 66 for Lee, and so I'm gonna retire that number so that nobody can run it again. Yeah, and of course that's only for Gran Turismo folks, because the he didn't race in iRacing, so it'll be allowed.
I don't think it's not that
So.
he didn't race in iRacing. We could do that to honor him, but it's just harder to do it in iRacing. So, I mean, I think it's a cool way to honor him. It's just that in iRacing it would pose more of a challenge with drivers, and sometimes you've seen how drivers get with driver numbers in the GT7 driver registration channel.
That's true. So yeah, Austin Cobb, we know who he is, right? He's the guy that just showed up this season. He's the number 66 driver here in iRacing, right? And I'm not gonna ask him to not use his number. We're gonna do that, but in Gran Turismo, I'm gonna leave his number and name on there for forever as a retired number, because he was such a huge part of GT Champions from the very beginning, helping out everywhere, and just such a good guy, and everyone can be a good guy. Trinicorn's like, stop it. Ooh, I think Raphael was trying to get too he was getting too nervous. He knows Jordan, he's got to finish ahead of Jordan if he wants to keep his spot or earn the spot. Oy vey. He's still in the same spot with him. So as it stands, he'll still only be 7 points behind Jordan, if they finish where they are now on the track. We don't hear much from Trinicorn, but he's been pretty steady all season long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at his results because I'm curious. He's got 2 podiums, 3 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. So he's been competing pretty well. Yeah, he's got a P6, 2 P3s, another P6, and a P4. And here he's looking at a 1, 2. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, Raphael Pitt, and Jordan Pitt too. No, wait. Oh, no, Raphael didn't hit. Jordan Pitt.
Oh, it's a drive-through. He just...
No, did
Yeah.
he really? How did it... Was it the contact with Raphael?
I have no
But
idea.
I only show 15 incident points on my screen.
Yeah.
Although Andre shows 23, which doesn't make any sense. Those are just off tracks. May have got penalties, but uh-oh. Well, this changes everything. That's weird. I'm gonna look at something really quick while we're watching the stuff on the track happen. But everything, oh, that's a bummer. That changes all kinds of stuff for him. I was trying to see if there was if iOverlay would show me the incidents, but it doesn't seem to want to show this to me. I wonder how this is going to change things out. So that means a bunch of people just moved up a spot. David Griffin's probably really excited about that, right? So Raphael moves into the 2nd place, and then we've got... Oh, Trinicorn is sitting in the podium places now. That'll be another podium for him. That'll be awesome. So where did Jordan end up then? Is he all the way down in... Oh, so he's all the way down to P6. Yikes. Okay. I'm just doing a little math, folks. Just trying to figure out what's going on here. Listen to that car roar. I love that.
And I love when guys share their camera like David. It's so
Yeah.
much fun to see them, to see their setups, to see their reactions to stuff.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I see some drivers have fallen back. Yeah, so David Griffin does fit into 5th place. No, 5th? No, he's 4th. That's just on track, so he's 4th. Jordan Navarro would be 5th. Nick De La Rosa would be 6th. Okay, I got it. And then Woolies Craft is going to be 7th. 8th is going to be Patrick Rich, right? Is that where he's about at? Okay. I thought we had more drivers than that here, but I guess I've got myself confused. All right, so if I look at the scoring now with Andre Duna in 1st place on track, Raphael running in 2nd, running 3rd is Trinicorn, running 4th now is David Griffin, right? Yeah, and then Jordan Navarro, and then Nick De La Rosa, Steven, Patrick, and Michael Piccinini. So if we look at that now, Raphael now has surpassed Jordan and has moved into the 3rd place as it stands on track, is now 3rd in the championship by 8 points. So Jordan needs to get a move on, and it looks like he's trying. He wants to get around David Griffin and get that spot. But that also helps David Griffin get a little bit closer now to Andre Duna. Now they're only separated by 39 points. So this is not a lock-in for Andre finishing this race where he is, because anything could happen in the final round, or even by the end of this race. There's still 15 minutes left, right? Or 18 minutes left. So Or no, 13 minutes, 12 minutes. Sorry. Look at this. Jordan trying to get a run up the hill. David Griffin, he's got his tongue out. He is in it. He had to wipe his mouth off. He was like, oh, this is the kind of stuff they love to battle with. Jordan makes the move. Look at that. He gains a spot. Oh, David Griffin locks it up. No, he hits the wall. No. No. David. Oh, no. Oh, man. That was the second lockup into that. That looks like there's some damage. Those last tire marks you saw him driving through were his. Oh, that front end is a mess. Oh, David Griffin.
That's the stuff you just hate to see. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But it's exactly the stuff that Jordan wants to see. Right? It's for sure. I know that sounds terrible to say, but it's exactly what he's looking for. Because you know what that does to the championship? Now, Raphael and Jordan are only separated by 6 points instead of 8 points, right? So every one of these points is going to matter coming into the last rounds. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's a bummer.
And I'm sorry if we jinxed David by having him on camera.
Oh, I hate that we could have that power. Like, we don't really have the power.
Yeah, I'm glad
It's
we
just our
don't.
luck.
I'm glad it's just a joke because it would be horrible.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine somebody that doesn't know how this works watching? Like, you guys can do that? Yeah, you didn't know we could just make the cars crash. All we have to do is look at them and we do some voodoo or something. Off they go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So David Griffin is behind Nick De La Rosa. So Nick De La Rosa gets a spot. Okay. Nice. Good for him. There's some chitter chatter happening on the driver radio. I see. I'm not listening to it because I don't want to jinx anybody, right? Oh my goodness. This is everybody's really spread out. It looks like the closest battle might be there at the back of the pack with Anthony and Michael Piccinini. Anthony not having a great race. I mean, they're still separated by, oh wait, I think Anthony is a lap down from the rest of the field. That's not even a battle for position back there. But has Andre and Jonathan even been separated by more than a second in this whole race? They have been.
Yeah, just briefly, very briefly.
Yeah, they've been around for a minute. Oh my goodness. There's his little M&Ms. Michael Piccinini. Oh, I see he's with WBM now. Huh?
Yeah. He's just.
That's right.
He just returned to his classic
M&M roots.
livery, but added the WBM decal.
There you go.
On it. Yeah. So.
In case you're watching, I don't know if it's Nestle or who does M&Ms, but maybe it's Mars Candies. I don't know. Here's a great guy to get a sponsorship for, Michael Piccinini. And then you can find a real Italian person. I got a friend named Joey Canoli that can help you out with that, I think. One of my fellow racers over in Gran Turismo. Did I tell you I finally got to meet him when I was out in Pennsylvania for a project?
I think
I finally got to meet him.
I think you showed a picture, but now that it was Patrick. I think you posted Patrick's.
Yes,
picture.
I posted a picture of Patrick, and but I also posted a picture in the GT7 Discord, which is no longer there. We've migrated everybody to one, but I shared a picture there with my teammates in RWB Racing, meeting Joey Canoli. We closed down the restaurant. We were there talking for so long, we realized everybody had left. We're like, oh, I guess we need to go. We were just talking. We hadn't seen each other ever before, and it was a lot of fun. We were very like-minded individuals. All right, what country is Trinicorn? It just says Asia, but that's not right. I can't remember what that flag is.
No, I think he
Um,
told us this flag was different from his actual country, but I don't remember exactly which one.
I'm gonna look it up in our driver lists. There he is. Thailand.
Okay, yeah, because that's not Thailand's flag.
It is not.
No.
It is not. Oy vey. So it looks like right now. Okay, I don't know if we were looking. I was looking at who's got the fastest lap on track, and Andre Duna has the fastest lap on track by about a whole tenth over Jonathan Schwartz, a 1:35.9. Holy crap, that's fast. That 1:35.9. That was what was the record by in real life in the car? Oh, Andre Duna just beat the last one. Now it's a 1:35.8. He just set a new fastest lap. Okay, so he's only a tenth and a half off of the real world fastest lap in this car. Jeez, Andre. You can at least pretend that you want to stay in the Pro-Am class. Holy mackerel, that's pretty awesome. That is pretty great. Yes, he does.
My mic was closed.
Oh yeah. Anthony Lamar of the two pro drivers out there actually has the fastest lap, a 1:36.12 to Jonathan's 1:36.20. So far, you know, looking with with the bonus points, Andre earns some extra bonus points for having that fastest lap and the pole position. I think that's going to make it really close. I mean, that's 33, 43, 44 points over David Griffin. The only way David Griffin can beat him is if Andre doesn't race next week. Or just wrecks out and David Griffin can win the race in the class. So it'll be interesting. But this guy has locked up the championship. So once again, I'll be sending one of our winners coins to Australia. That's always fun. Because I gotta tell everybody that it's not money. There's no value to this thing except in the driver's mind. Right? It's an award. They keep saying you can't send coins. I'm like, what? It's not money.
You gotta start telling them it's a medal, not a coin. It's a medal.
It's not an option. There's like this list.
Okay.
And you have to pick from the drop-down list what it is. And so I just call it a toy.
Yeah.
And then that's what we leave it alone. Oh, did he just let Michael Piccanini through? I think so. I think he's not going to bother fighting anybody. I feel a bit bad. I mentioned this last time for Jamie. He's just out there running his race. There's nobody to compete with in his class on the track. And we had 49 drivers in the first race. We had so many AM drivers. I think we have a total of we had 10 AM drivers at the time. We're down to 1. It's like, where'd they all go?
And I mean, you need to move too much data to know, but do you have an estimation of where he could be in the championship if he was a pro-am? I think he would be top 5.
It would be difficult because I'd have to go through because everything would change if I added him to the Pro-Am class.
Your estimation.
My guess. Well, let's see. I can't. Well, you know what I can do? Well, I'm not keeping track of their times. The challenge is that he's competed and he's finished in first place every one of his races. So I'd have to look at in his class. But overall, I guess I could go look on the website where I have all of it shows what position he finished on track compared to other people. I can do that. I have a second while the clock is winding down. We got 3 minutes
No,
left.
no, no, no. No, I just mean, I think, just estimation. I think he would be top 5, 6, 7, maybe. So he could be competing there, and he's one of those drivers that also just switched to iRacing recently.
Let's see. Yeah, Jamie Fleming in his first race finished in 23rd overall, 23rd out of 36 drivers, so near the back of the field. The next race he finished 12th overall. That's not too bad. He actually finished better than about 10 Pro-Am drivers in the second round. In the third round, he finished 24th overall. That was at the bottom half of Pro-Am. And then he finished 17th overall, which was ahead of about 5 different Pro-Ams in round 4. So he's about mid-pack Pro-Am, it looks like, from what I can tell, where he's finishing on track compared to the other drivers. Like round 6, he finished right smack dab in the middle of the field overall, and he wasn't here last week. So, and he's finishing at the back of the field here compared to all the Pro-Ams. So I feel like he's probably mid to lower Pro-Am. However, as I say that, maybe he's not feeling as motivated to battle for those those positions on track because he's not fighting anybody. If he was in Pro-Ams right now on this track, I guarantee he wouldn't have just let those guys go by, right? He'd have been fighting a lot harder for the whole race to stay with the pack and to get positions. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, and for example, in a GT3 Open, also you can say he would be performing.
He'd be Pro-Am, yeah.
I mean, he could be performing differently in a GT3, for example, and not the Cup car. Oh no!
Oh yeah. Oh. Wait, did Jordan just get another spot?
Yeah. He took it back from Tinacore, and little bit of contact there.
Okay, so he's moved up to, let's see, 1, 2, 3rd place. So he's back on the podium
Final lap.
for now. There we go. Final lap, people. This could be some good points if Andre Duna can get out ahead of him. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. He's already ahead of him. But for bragging rights and to let Jonathan Schwartz know when the GT3 Open comes around, I'm going to be on your 6 for the whole of the race. That'll be good. He'll like that. This is so much fun. Pix, isn't this the greatest, like, side job, hobby / project / oh no, they take each other
Oh,
out.
I was gonna say yes, 100%, but
Oh my gosh.
oh, Andre.
Well, I mean, it doesn't affect either of their race unless Raphael catches up to them, but he's 40 seconds behind these guys, so I don't think he has anything to worry about. And that car you saw in the background was a back marker, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh my goodness. All right, so Andre Duna is coming across as the winner here. There he is, crossing the line for the Pro-Ams and first on track. Jonathan Schwartz will come home 2nd. So congratulations there, Andre.
Yeah,
Good
and
job.
obligatory note: we are going to have a look at that incident.
Yes, I'm sure we will. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Raphael is going to come home on the podium. He needs to win one so we can get him on the freaking interviews. That's his motivation for next year, for next season. I like option 1. The first, well, whatever the normal way. All right, so everyone's coming through, finishing up their race. There's Nick De La Rosa coming home in the Lee Murray tribute livery for on his Porsche there. So he'll come home in 6th. David Griffin's going to come home 7th on track, 6th in the 6th in the class. We have one left coming across the line. That's going to be our AM champion, Jamie Fleming, is going to cross the line. He's pretty much sealed the deal. So Jamie Fleming will be. We need to talk to him. I want to congratulate him because he doesn't even have to show up next week, and he has it. He better, but he doesn't. Meaning he can have the worst race ever, and he would and he locks up the championship. That's pretty awesome. There was some pretty good battles that were going on during this race. Surprisingly so for as few drivers as we had today. So, all right, Luke Manske. Thanks for supporting us. Still got one more race to go when we go to Spa. And that Spa is going to be one hard track for these guys to get through. That's a lot of work. Those are long laps, and there's so many places you can lose time. All right, folks. So there we go. Jonathan Schwartz comes home. Actually, you got it by class. Okay. I was going to say he comes home first place in the champion in his class, in the pro class. Andre Duna comes home first in the pro-am class, but actually, yeah. So this is sorted by class. I thought Andre crossed the line first.
Yeah, I don't know what iRacing is seeing that we're not seeing, but yeah, we know Andre passed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's doing something backwards. So anyway, all right. Well, at Interlagos, Jonathan Schwartz, Andre Duna, Rafael Rodriguez. I think it's his first podium.
Andre Duna has 36 off tracks in my
maybe
display.
he got.
So yeah, we gotta check results.
Oh,
but
hey, Pix, I think that contact probably gave him a penalty. The contact on the last lap, but him and Jonathan coming together, maybe that put him over the incident points, and so it penalized him.
Yeah, let's get it here, and we'll review that.
Yeah, we'll have to ask. Yep, we'll have to ask him that. But anyway, iRacing says Jonathan gets the win there, so we'll talk to Andre in a second. Rafael Rodriguez gets his first podium of the season. So does Jordan Navarro. So that's fun. Then we got Trinicorn, Nick, David Griffin, Steven, Patrick Rich, and Mike Piccanini. And then we got two more, Jamie Fleming and Anthony Lamar. So we're going to talk to those guys here. Just in fact, let's start with Jamie Fleming. You there, bud?
Yeah, mate. I'm here.
Hey, congratulations. And also, guess what?
What's that?
You are the AM champion. Nobody can beat you, even if your whole rig blew up and you couldn't race next weekend. Nobody's going to be able to catch you in points. So congratulations, man.
No, thank you very much. It's been a good series.
Yeah, I know the last couple of races have probably been pretty boring for you because there was nobody else racing against you, right? But just know that I don't know if you had the broadcast on while you're racing, but we announced it during the race that the GT3 Open is coming back. That's going to be our next series in this time slot. So now you'll and we're going to probably only have 2 classes. So now you're going to get to race in the pro-am. I say probably, it's not official yet. We'll have to see what kind of registrations we get, but now you'll get to actually battle these guys, and you don't have to be like, go on by, I'm not racing you guys. Now you're gonna be like, you ain't getting by me at all, son.
That's it. I just stay out of people's ways. Not my race, so
Yep.
let
Well,
them
you
race
locked
their
it
own
up, man.
race. No, it was good. No, it's been a good series. Thanks to you guys. Thanks to the broadcast putting all this on. It's been fun. Thanks to Luke Manske.
There you go. There you go. Throw the sponsor some love, right? Awesome. So you like the car?
I love the car. Yeah, absolutely love the car. I only brought the track this week, so just still getting the hang of it. But no, absolutely love the car. Love the Porsche Cup. That's
Yeah.
probably 90% of the time. That's all I'm racing is the Porsche Cup.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
like the
okay.
Porsche racing that race the officials and things like that. So it's been good.
Awesome. You know, the this track Interlagos, I love this course. I really do. I guess I'm supposed to say circuit now since we're more international, but but nice job, man.
No,
It's fun
thanks,
to
thanks,
watch
mate.
you out there racing. I'm looking forward to you coming and racing in the GT3 Open.
Yeah, looking forward to the GT3. A bit more grip.
Yep, you can run the Porsche. You can just run the the R version. So you'll have
Yeah,
some more grip and yeah.
I
Was
was
that?
running the Porsche when I first started iRacing. I was running the Porsche R, but I'm running the NSX at the moment, so I quite enjoy that car.
Awesome. Hey Pix, did you hear him say Porsche when I said Porsche instead of Porsche? I just didn't know if you noticed that. I
No.
convinced him to say it the
No,
right way
no,
for
no,
at
no,
least
no, no,
one.
no, 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 no. Say it, Jamie. Say it.
Porsche.
There you go. There you go.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, well, congratulations, dude. Woohoo!
No, thank you very much.
Awesome. Look forward to. I still expect you to show up next week to race Spa.
No, I won't be showing up next week. It's a rostered week on, so
It's what?
me rostered week on for work
Oh, you have to
because
work. Okay.
I work 7 on 7 off. So
Okay. Gotcha.
um,
I didn't know what rostered week meant. I'm like, oh, he's got some race teamies on that he's got to show up for something.
I,
That
no,
okay.
no.
I thought he had said roast. I said, okay, now,
Hey, roast week.
yeah.
Yes, I'm cooking. I'm cooking next week, so I can't be here.
Yeah, cooking next week.
Awesome. Or maybe he was going to be at a roast, like when they get comedians to get up and roast other people. Those are so bad. We'll talk about that another time. All right. Well, anyway, congratulations, buddy.
No, thank you.
Good job. Woohoo. All right. Let's see. Next up is that's gonna be Andre Duna. Okay, Andre. Andre. What happened? Did you get a penalty at the end of the race? Okay. Was it for that contact? You there, Andre? Uh-oh. Oh, he gone. All right. We'll come back to him in a minute. Oh, wait. Maybe. Andre, are you there? We see him in the room. I just don't see him lighting up like he's saying anything. Well, we'll give him a minute to sort that out, I guess, and we'll move on to the official race winner, Jonathan Schwartz. I'm not
Can
where
you hear me now? It's okay.
Oh, there you are.
Okay,
There's
yeah,
Andre. Okay. We're gonna
yeah.
stop.
My mic died for a second.
No problem. Okay, Andre. Did you get some kind of penalty on that last lap for the contact with Jonathan?
Yeah, because I had like 16x, and I watched on the black box. I saw the guy in third place was like 30 seconds. So I said, even if I get the drive through, maybe I should send it. Yeah, it was
Okay.
like a calculated move all the way.
Oh, that's
So
close. Okay.
yeah, I
Well,
didn't. I really hoped John would leave me some space, but it was a bit late, and he didn't have any. I mean, he shouldn't have left me space. So, I mean, yeah, still.
yeah, it's a tough one. I
Either
mean,
way,
it's the last lap. You guys aren't in the same class, so there was nothing to race each other for except for bragging rights on
yeah,
who won the
it was a
race.
bit. I mean, after an hour, I even forgot I was in a different class. So
Oh, you like? Well, I guess the two of you are within a second of each other nearly the whole race. So I guess you probably thought, I gotta beat him. I gotta beat him.
yeah, it was a bit like
That's
that.
well, you haven't locked up the championship because anything can happen in the final race, but short of you missing the race or finishing dead last and David Griffin winning the race, is about the only way that you would lose the championship in the Pro-Ams. So congrats on that, but you still have to be here next week to make that work. So look forward to seeing you racing out at Spa. But other than that, what was it like racing around Jonathan all this whole race?
Well, it was pretty tough. I think I miscalculated my fuel. I was about 15 liters overfilled, but he was there a second away from me, like all the race. I couldn't set the foot wrong, and then I just tried to catch up, but he was so consistent.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, no, he's really good.
Yeah, so you'll get to race him in the GT3 Open coming in a few weeks. So
I have to practice GT3 because I never driven it.
You've never driven a GT3 car?
Yeah, no. I mean, Porsche is the single GT car that I've driven, like in leagues and stuff.
Oh, I got you. Well, I mean, the GT3 Open, you can drive any GT3 car you want. So, I'm sure you'll find one that works for you. The same as last season, you get to pick one car, and if you don't like it, you can pick another, but then you're stuck in that other car for the rest of the season. So it'll be interesting to see how people tackle that. But with this track, Interlagos, this is a fun course, and I imagine with this little car, it's got to be a blast. I mean, it corners so well. Did you find it pretty fun to race on this course?
I mean, yeah, I've always loved Interlagos, but a bit less with the Porsche, more with the single seaters. The Porsche is pretty lazy in the fast corners, so you get a bit nervous with the off tracks also.
Okay, I feel that. All right, well, you just got to get here next week, buddy, and lock up that Pro-Am championship. That'll be awesome. Yay!
Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, any shout outs before we move on to our race winner?
Well, I want to thank my team and my friends and family, and that's about it.
Awesome. Congratulations, dude.
Thanks. Good night.
All right.
I mean, good night for me.
Understood. Understood. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Jonathan Schwartz. Nice job. Guess what, buddy?
What?
You're the pro champion.
Let's go!
Yeah. You had, at least you had to go all the way to the second to last race to confirm it.
Yeah, I mean, especially racing with Austin this whole season. I mean, Andre, I know he's in a Pro-Am class, but he's definitely had pro pace this whole season. So yeah, it was a heck of a battle, that whole race with him, but super stoked to get that pro championship. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was working towards this whole season, just trying to stay in contention for any of these races, because even if I couldn't get the win, just trying to not lose too many spots, trying to get podiums when I could. That was the main goal. So really happy to pull it off.
Yeah, you did really good, man. And finally, somebody in the United States wins the championship, so I could spend like $4 to send you the coin instead of 40. Not that I care. I don't care, guys. I don't want people to think that I'm complaining. It's just funny that I'm like, somebody in America's got to win one of these things one of these days. Like, we got to get some more of you guys in there. But you did it, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. Okay.
Yeah, that was the whole plan, just to save you the money on the shipping.
I appreciate it. Well, don't look for a bonus. It's not coming. So, GT3 Open coming up next. You're looking at that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that should be a lot of fun. What's your favorite GT3 car?
Man, that's tough. I'd say it's constantly switching between the McLaren and the Porsche. Those are my two favorites.
Okay.
So you
McLaren and the Porsche.
might see me in one of those.
Okay. Well, it'll be a lot of fun because you can pick whatever one you want from the list, of course, and it should be a lot of fun. You know what we should do, Pix? We should make all of the pro drivers drive the GT3 Cup car. Let everybody else drive the. If you win, we penalize you. No, I'm kidding. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we could do put the pros in the Porsche Cup car and the Pro-Ams in the R, and then let them. That could be fun. Something.
Yeah, honestly, I'll support that as well. I mean, I know watch. Well,
That's
I guess now with all the championship prizes, I can afford delivery. That's the whole the
but
whole idea
oh, that's
behind it.
right. Hey, Pix, can you bring that up on screen? I forgot to talk about what these drivers earned that win it. Jamie Fleming gets the coin, of course, and so that's what he's going to get for his award. He'll have to beat all the Pro-Ams next season to get something nicer. But the Pro-Am class has not been decided yet. But this coin is going to be for all three of the championship winners. So Jamie Fleming, he's sealed the deal. He'll get one of these. Jonathan Schwartz has sealed the deal, so he'll get one of these. It's not over in the Pro-Am class, so we still have to wait to see how that one works out. But Luke Manske's awards that he is offering, his prizes that go along with it for this particular race, I believe Jonathan is going to get himself some nice sim racing boots. So that'll be nice. Get those on your feet. Save your socks from getting some holes in them, right? Please tell me you're not one of those barefoot sandal drivers.
I am not. No
Okay, good.
worries.
And whoever gets that Pro-Am is going to get the gloves, right? Yep. But Jonathan, this is where things get really interesting. Because you've sealed the championship, you've also won a seat to race in the official iRacing Porsche Esports Supercup qualifiers with the Luke Manske racing team. Hello.
Yeah, that's gonna be sick. Super excited to be running in the Porsche Esports qualifiers, since that's definitely those are the really fast guys there. Gonna really see where we stack up as well. So definitely learned a lot in this league, just in terms of tire management, just total general racecraft as well, being able to figure out how to make moves, save fuel in places. So hopefully I can apply all that stuff I've learned here and show what we can do.
Yeah, and if I understand right, Luke Manske's racing team is going to provide whatever the financial requirements are, and they're going to provide liveries and other things to support you through that. So look out for some messages from myself and Luke Manske from Luke Manske Racing with to get you the details and whatnot. And just with the same as with Jamie, I'll be sending you guys some private messages for your addresses where I can send that winner's coin to you. So we can get those sent out. I just saw Jamie's mic light up just a little bit, and it's probably him clapping and going, woohoo! You know, these things are pretty cool, you guys. They really are. And it's nice to see that nobody has won two of them yet.
Oh wow. Well, I can
Right?
assure you, I'll be flipping that coin as many times as I was flipping the lead during this race, since that was that was quite the battle. And that final lap move, honestly, no harm or no bad feelings towards Andre. I know he was just going for it intensely and trying to make the move stick. I was looking at it again in slow motion. It looked like I did leave him some room on the inside, but he did kind of lock up a bit and slid up there. So I would just call it a racing incident, and I feel like it was somewhat karma that way he had the incident points, and then that pushed him back into second there. So I feel
That's
like,
true. Yeah, you're right.
but I mean, throughout the race, I was trying to pull away when I got in the lead, and I just couldn't. He kept staying within a second and a half or so. He just had really solid pace. So kudos to him for fighting in there and being able to have a shot on that final lap.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to watch you guys battling it out. I look forward to seeing that happen next race too, right? When we go to Spa. What are your thoughts? Oh, what are your thoughts on Spa?
It's I I've had so many great races and so many disasters there, and it's like it's not even necessarily one or the other. It's like you could have a great race and then you get one mistake at Eau Rouge and the car gets loose and then you have to correct and you straight up wreck there. There's so many places that you're on edge at that track, and then the chicane. If you hit it wrong, then you end up spinning around because of the huge curbs. So there's a lot of time to be gained there and a lot of mistakes that you can do too. So you definitely have to be conservative when you can, but you gotta push as well. So should be a pretty fun finale.
Yeah, well, one of the things to consider is this car's lack of downforce compared to the R version, right? Going up a Rouge and Radion and some of those intricate cornering areas, you're going to have a little less grip when you come through Blanchimont, right? You're going to be on the throttle and you're going to have to feather it around there because the R version has more downforce to keep everything together going through there. It's a little bit harder in this car, and it'll be interesting to see how all of you guys tackle it. I'm excited.
Yeah, and in addition, like Puan, this is a corner where the car likes to understeer, and it'll be easy to get a lot of incidents there. So got to manage incidents throughout the race.
Yeah, it sounds like some people have already started practicing for that one. It would seem as they figure this car out. So, congratulations, man! Good job. You win the race. You win the championship, and well, you can't ask for much more except maybe to win the next race too.
Yeah, let's hope we get everyone to show up like we had at Nürburgring for the final race. Get like 40 guys on the grid. That'd be
Oh my
sick.
gosh,
So
you're insane. That'll be crazy, but I love it. I super love it. Yeah, I think Pix and I were talking about this earlier. It almost feels as though maybe a lot of the cars dropped out because this car is difficult to drive. It really is. And if you have a bunch of people around you that are also finding it difficult to drive, you have a lot of contact or incidents and whatnot. So I think the Open is going to make for a much different experience. So I'm looking forward to that. So, well, congrats, man. Good job. Can't wait to
yeah,
see you next week. And congrats to Andre and Jamie Fleming. Congrats to you for sealing your championship. And
Yeah, no, thanks, mate.
awesome.
yeah. One
Thanks,
one
guys.
one final shout out just to High Pre and Luke Manske for everything they've done for the series.
What has he done at all? No, I'm kidding.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Congrats, John. Good job.
Thanks,
Thanks,
buddy.
Vic.
Thanks, guys. Bye now.
See ya.
All right. Well, that was fun. That was a lot more eventful of a race than I thought it was going to be honest. Right, Pix? Like I thought it was going to be a little bit more spread out, but there were battles happening everywhere, and I love that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm really hoping to see similar things happening at Spa. Now, Spa is a much longer course, so when you get spread out, it could be a little deflating when you're racing out there by yourself. But you never know what's going to happen, right? You just got to stick it out to the end, as Joseph Kronk never said. Race till the race is over. That's
Yeah,
I'm putting words in his mouth. So
no, but he represents that. So
he does, right?
yeah.
Yeah, he really does. So anyway, all right, folks, we'll be back next weekend for the final round, Spa, round 9, and we will crown our Pro-Am champion by the end of that race, I would assume, which is currently Andre Duna. And unless things go really terribly wrong for him, he should be able to have that championship. Luke Manske Racing and Performance has brought us this series this season, and Jonathan Schwartz is going to get to race with that team in the official Esports Cup. So, or not Esports Cup, Esports. It's a long name. It's the Tag Heuer like Porsche Cup, something, right? So that'll be awesome. So Luke will be able to start working with John Schwartz, get him set up to compete and try to get himself in there. That'll be a lot of fun. If he gets in there, Picks, we got to find a way to get people to go watch those races and see how John performs. See how one of our own handles being thrown in with the big boys, you know? So, you know, there's an old saying, there's always somebody that's faster than you. And that's the case when you get to that kind of level. There's always somebody that's going to be faster. So it'll be interesting to see how they pull it off. All right, let's see. What else do we want to share? I'm trying to think of what else we can share. That looks good. PC Systems are one of our newest sponsors here. You'll see there Richard PC is the president of PC Systems. Bill Beldam is his senior engineer. I work with these couple of guys all of the time for 15 or more years. And you're probably thinking, why does Chris have so many people he knows that are sponsoring this stuff? It's because they recognize that sim racing is such a unique place to share about your companies, right? Because most of the time everything is sim racing related, right? But there's, or beer or soda or some kind of thing like that. But this is a great opportunity and a platform for companies to share a little bit about themselves and get to watch some really cool racing. So welcome aboard, PC Systems. In fact, April 23rd on Gran Turismo, PC Systems has sponsored a series, just like Luke Manske did the Porsche Cup. It's the Time Attack in Gran Turismo. First round, April 23rd at Red Bull Ring and the Porsche 911, the 2017 GT3 car. They'll all be GT3 cars. Drivers will be out on the track all by themselves, live on our YouTube channel, where you can watch myself talk all about them while they're racing, and they get out there and get their 2 fastest laps together, and we're going to add all their times together, and at the end of the season, the lowest combined time is going to get one of those winner's coins. So be a lot of fun. It's only once a month. It's going to be on Wednesday evenings at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So it'll be a smaller group of folks. Most of the people in other parts of the world are either asleep or they're at work. So we'll see how it works out here for them. But yeah, PC Systems has brought us the Time Attack. That'll be fun. Later today, the finale of the GT Champions Gran Turismo MX5 Cup. It's today, folks, and I will be bringing that to you live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. They will do a quick little qualifier and then run the Daytona Road Course for the very last race. Our own Jason Jeter, or Fry, our commentator here that works with us here at GT Champions, will be in that race. He did most of the design work for that series, along with a couple of our other Gran Turismo series designers, to put together something really great. And it's been a fun event. So come out, watch the finale. I don't think we have a championship crowned because I think the points are too close. So it'll be fun as we hit the Daytona Road Course. So come see that, folks.
And they get a coin too.
Yes, they also get a coin. That's for sure. So we'll see who that ends up being. Who is the championship leader, Pix? I think he just shared that with us earlier, didn't he? The scoring. You don't have it to bring up there, but I think we have the. Maybe we don't. Oh well, that's fine. Yeah, folks, you'll just have to come and watch later and figure it out. All right, Pix. What are your thoughts on our today's race?
Love it. Good show by the guys that show up, and like we've saying a couple times, shout out to them for showing up, and hoping that we'll have everyone show up for the finale of the Porsche Cup. We know that most of the guys will not be competing for something, but yeah, just come, have fun, enjoy. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, I enjoyed the race too. So that'll be a lot of fun. So thanks to everyone for coming and watching. I'm Chris doing your play-by-play. Jason, Till, we'll hopefully see them for our final round next weekend. And Eitan, as always, thank you for all you do in the background. That's it from here at Interlagos in Brazil. That was round 8. We'll see you next weekend, round 9 at Spa, to finish up and crown our Pro-Am champions. So be there or be square, folks. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Are you looking for professional broadcasting on a budget? How about broadcast with colorful commentary, guest commentators, and after-race interviews? Do your league branding and social media graphics need a facelift? Custom results and series graphics looking like a fifth grader did them? Event organization taking up way too much of your time? Engage GTC TV and let us help you show the world your events.
Welcome to Origin Micro, your go-to e-commerce superstore for IT hardware and consumer electronics. With over 2 decades of experience, we've earned a reputation for delivering superior customer service and offering top industry brands at competitive prices. We provide a wide range of products from various manufacturers. From notebooks and desktops to networking equipment and VoIP devices, we've got you covered. Our fully stocked warehouse ensures that you'll find the products you need when you need them. And with our expert team always ready to offer personalized support, you can trust Origin Micro for all your IT needs. Origin Micro, your IT e-commerce superstore, serious deals, superior service.